Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the podcast. We are going on a walk, and I want to talk today about pivoting like a motherfucker when your day starts like ass. Because mine literally started like ass today. And when I say ass, let me just tell you. So, first and foremost, I didn't sleep good last night. I was having a crazy dream. For some reason, I'm dreaming that I'm at a banquet where I'm getting an award and I'm wearing a top and my boobs fall out constantly. And I keep telling everyone, it's not a big deal. This happens all the time. So if you're like me, sometimes you have dreams where you wake up and you're just like, did I even really sleep? I literally woke up thinking, oh my God, I worked so hard in that dream. Like I was just sitting there wrestling with my boobs. And if you've ever seen me, I have implants. I'm very proud of them. I love them. And what was so funny was in the dream, I'm sitting there and I keep telling everybody, it's not a big deal. I love my boobs. So the good news is that while I was flashing everyone, I did have a very positive body image going on. So, and as you can tell, I never do a live or recording where trucks and lawnmowers don't follow me along for it. So hopefully you won't be too distracted by the noise. But I really wanted to talk about this morning because I get up at about 4 o'clock in the morning. I was going to get up early today anyway because I have a long day of meetings and I knew that I needed to get up early if I wanted to get my workout in, if I wanted to drink my coffee, if I wanted to get a little work done, all that stuff. So at 4, I've got to pee. I'm like, all right, we're just getting up at this point. There's no sense in trying to go back to sleep for 29 minutes. So I, start my morning. I drink my coffee. My stomach is like a little growly. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to have a banana this morning and, just make sure that I'm good and charged up for my workout and stuff. So I'm rocking and rolling. I'm like, all right, time to go for my walk. So I go outside. I'm just walking and talking with my best friend on Marco Polo. We check in every single day, and I'm telling her all the things I'm going to get done. I tell her about my day full of meetings, that as soon as I get done talking to her, I'm going to go in, and I'm going to do my chest workout, all the things. Because my calls start at 8 a.m. Well, it's 7 o'clock, and I have plenty of time. Well, towards the end of our call, I'm like, stomach is feeling like I need to poop. Well, lo and behold, like a toddler, I shit my pants before I could even get into my house. Yes, I shit my pants. So I just want to tell everybody, number one, I have no shame in my game on talking about this kind of stuff. I think a lot of women shit their pants in their adult life. Every time I talk about it inside the No BS membership, like women in droves come out and say, yep, me too. Sometimes when I go out for a walk, this just happens. I was so grateful to be wearing dark pants because this has happened to me probably the last 10 years, 5 or 6 times at least, where I get out and I'm just going good on a walk. And next thing you know, it's just urgent. And most of the time I have had on dark pants that I can just throw away. Of course, today I had to throw away a really good pair of tights that I loved. But I am not one to try to save pants. If I have shit in them, they now have memories attached. I just feel like that would be bad juju workout pants. So I threw them away. But I have had times, I think there was once or twice, walking through the neighborhood knowing I've shit my pants. And my pants are light colored. So I'm very grateful that this morning, number one, that none of my neighbors were out because I was out early. And number two, that I did have my dark pants on. I go in the house and I'm sitting there trying to figure out, what do I do? I knew I had to clean myself up. I had made a huge mess. It was all over the bathroom. It stunk to kingdom come. So I've got my phone and I'm texting my husband upstairs because I'm like, I'm going to have to take a shower. There's no, baby wiping this. It was a mess. So I text my husband upstairs and I was like, you won't believe it. I shit myself. Go find bleach wipes. He brings down the bleach wipes. I'm getting in the shower and I was like, I'll clean it up, but take out the trash because my shit pants are in there. And my husband is so funny. He just walks in. He's like, okay. Like it's, not a big deal. I guess he's used to it by this point. Well, I say all this and I share my story with you for this reason. I kept thinking, all right, what can I do to pivot? What can I get done? How can I resequence my day? And I want you to think about this. It is so easy when we struggle with our weight to think this is what I think about. In weight loss, so many of us really think life has to go perfect. Otherwise, we can't lose weight. Even in little cases like this, so many people would blow off workouts, blow off the day, think that all hell's broke loose. My day is screwed up. Now, I'm going to tell you, my first thought was fuck me. Are we kidding? I was frustrated. I was sitting there going well, what am I going to do? And my brain did offer me options of things just, you won't be able to work out today. You won't be able to do this. And trust me, if I was sick, I would take a day off. I took yesterday off, not because I was sick, but because Mondays are the day I just go for a little quick walk and that's it for me. But I'm not sick. I just ate a banana. It hit at the let's put it this way, it hit at the wrong time. It could have easily hit 45 seconds later and I would have been on a toilet. But literally shit happens in life. And so I had the idea of you might as well or whatever. You have to pay attention to your mind. When you are trying to lose weight, I want you to think about how often are you allowing the very first thoughts, you might as well, this screws that up, I can't because. You need to pay attention to that. This week, I would encourage every listener to listen to how often their brain tries to make up excuses as to why you can't follow through, why life is getting in your way. Because here's the simple fix. And this is why so many women lose weight once they become a No BS weight loss member, because we work on this stuff. We don't work on trying to eradicate our brain of excuses. We don't sit there and feel sorry for ourselves because our brain offers up excuses. And we also don't believe 90% of the horseshit that our brain says first. Here's what we do. We listen for that shit. And then just like this morning, I was like, no, I bet you there's a way to save this day. I bet you there are things I can do. I'm going to move things around. I'm going to see what I can get done. So first and foremost, I was number one, this should really be a fucking podcast. This is one of those things where you should just go outside, take a walk, and talk to your people because they need to hear this message. So this podcast wouldn't have even happened had I not shit my pants. Number two is my brain was thinking, I can't work out today. And I was like, bullshit. You just don't like working out in the afternoons. It sucks, but you do have a 40-minute break later this afternoon. You won't like it probably. You'll probably dread it, but it ain't because you can't. So you just need to literally pull up your big girl pants and know we're still going to get it done today. It's just not the ideal way. And it's not what you were excited about. And it's not what you planned. Y'all, that's okay. Everything does not have to go right for you to lose weight. So I am moving my chesticles workout until this afternoon. And I promise you, I won't want to do it. I don't like working out in the afternoons. It stinks. But you know what else stinks? Getting behind for the week, allowing myself to make bullshit excuses and follow them, setting myself up for the rest of my life to only do the things when it's perfect. That sucks. When we want to talk about what really sucks in life, living a life of excuses that don't get you to where you want to be, That actually sucks. So, we have had trucks, we have had cars, and now we have a military helicopter flying above. Amazing. So, I want you all to think about this one simple thing. How often am I letting the first thing I think run the show of my life? How often do I actually argue a little with myself that maybe I can do it? I just don't want to do it that way. And I think that is something that's really important for people to admit. There is a difference between I can't do it and I won't do it. If you're a member of my No BS membership, you probably remember we had a big weekend where we talked all about our No BS excuses. I taught all of you how to listen for them, the most popular ones, which ones to actually dig into to see where they started in your life, and which ones are just utter nonsense. We talked about can't versus won't. And this is so important. So many people are living their life telling themselves lies. So often we can do things, we just don't want to do it in the moment. We can do things, we just won't do it. Sometimes we can do things and we choose not to. And then sometimes in life, there are legit reasons why you can't do something. If the reason is legit, you won't feel helpless. You will be forced to put yourself in a position to figure out something else. So it's so important to listen to your excuses and to listen to those first thoughts that you have. So here's my thing for the day. Originally, I got like a couple hours of work done before I got some journaling done. I got my food plan made for the day. I did all the things. And then I go out for the walk. I crap my pants. Then I had a correction moment. And here's what I'm not doing. I'm not going to go back and rewrite everything, but I am going to tell myself there are things you can pivot to today. So I took my shower. Guess what? I was going to take a shower later today. Now that time's freed up. I've already had my shower for the day. Next, I decided to do this podcast because I had 18 minutes before my first calls started. So instead of sitting on the couch bemoaning and whining that my day is wasted, I made use of the 18 minutes. Now I'm going to go home, start my day, do my calls. When my calls are over, I had about a 45 minute break before I have to go to the next thing. I have a dinner I have to go to tonight, all kinds of stuff. That 45 minutes, that's when I'll do the chest workout. And it only takes 30. I'll get that done then, knowing I'm going to dread it and being prepared to talk myself into it, being prepared to tell myself, it doesn't matter if you want to do it or not. This is the time we have available. And I will drag my sorry ass in there and just get started. I will use the trick of can I just? It'll be, can you just get started? See what happens. If you really don't like it, if you really don't have the energy, if you really don't have the time, get what you can done. I will tell you, once something gets in motion, it's a lot easier to keep it in motion. You just got to get it started. So I'll keep the first step simple. Get your sorry ass in there and get going. Then I'll put my makeup on. And then I will continue the rest of the day. Like, this is what's happening. And when I take authority over my day, guess what else doesn't have to happen? I don't need to eat through it because I feel like I'm in control. But if I feel out of control, guess what? I'm probably going to want to eat and drink like shit tonight because I'm going out to a dinner. I don't want to go to a dinner like that. I want to go to a dinner thinking I made the most of this day, even though it started out pretty crappy, literally. All right, y'all, that's what I have for you today. This was a off the cuff, a little walk with Corinne. Hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you got a lot out of it. If you did, please follow me on Instagram, Corinne, CORINNE Crabtree, Crabtree. And if you see this post in your feed, leave me a comment if it helped. Make sure you're following me. And the other thing I would love for all of you to do is share this podcast. If it's helping you in any way, the best way to spread the word about No BS and this weight loss program being different than anything else out there is when you tell other people about it. All right, y'all have a great week, and I'll see you next time.